Hello everyone, welcome to another week and another new video to share with you. So, before we begin, remember to subscribe if you haven't yet, and press that bell icon to stay updated of all the new content we're creating. Without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Ten. Plunderer. I know guys, I know. Plunderer had a pretty good start, but unfortunately after the 10th or so episode, the quality plummeted quite drastically. Well, even so, it was kind of fun waiting every week wondering if you would get another episode like the episode 10, and then getting disappointed. Don't you guys agree? Also, for those of you who haven't watched this anime, the story revolves around the concept of numbers. The numbers decide your social status and power. Once your number plummets to 0, you get thrown into the abyss. And the main character is someone who has quite a lot of numbers at him. Now, the idea itself is quite brilliant, but a bad anime adaptation is a bad anime adaptation. Nine. Taimedao Gakuen 35 Shiken Shotai. He isn't hated as much as despised by everyone around him for being a part of the 25th Small Fry Division of the Inquisitors. Takeru not only has a back-breaking debt to pay for his family, he also has a curse that renders him unable to use guns. That's why he's always seen training with and fighting using a sword. The 35th Platoon is treated with complete prejudice as a bunch of no-good weaklings that don't deserve a place in the Inquisition. With Takeru being their leader, things will only get worse for them. 8. Gakusen Toshi Asterisk. In the past 100 years, an unprecedented crisis ended up reforming the world as we know it. This disaster was dubbed as Inversia. The authority of the prominent nations declined, and the organization that took control is called Integrated Empire Foundation. But the most unexpected change was how, because of this incident, humans are now born with supernatural abilities. There are all kinds of them, but those who are the most elite in terms of abilities are handpicked to attend the top 6 schools throughout the world, and they're also supposed to duel in entertainment battles. Ayato Amagiri is one of them. In fact, he's a transfer student who ends up in one of these schools on a scholarship, and as you can expect, he sees a girl named Alexia without her clothes. And just like that, she challenges Ayato to a duel. 7. Grand Crest Senki. After Toru Majutsu no Index, we have a bit of a controversial anime, Grand Crest Senki. Now, Grand Crest has a bit of an uncomfortable scene that we'll talk about in a bit, but for now, the premise follows Theo Cornero, who was an ordinary villager at one point. But due to some circumstances, he becomes a wandering knight and somehow gets his hands on an extraordinary power called Crest. The Crest grants him the right to contend for the position of a lord, and soon after this, he meets a young mage named Saluka. In the age of chaos, where lords are in constant feuds with one another over each other's crests, Theo strives for a world built on peace and justice. Now, as a young lord, the road ahead of Theo might be challenging, but with the help of his new mage Saluka, this ideal might not be a far-fetched dream after all. Just from this premise, you'd not think that Grand Crest could be disturbing. But, since we can't have nice things, Grand Crest is known for a terrible cuckold scene that is extremely uncomfortable to say the least. If you're willing to ignore that, then Grand Crest has everything you need from a fantasy anime. 6. Gangsta. If it isn't obvious already, this anime is about gangsters and the story takes place in the underworld. There are 2 mercenaries named Nicholas Brown and Warwick Arcangelo. They take up jobs that no one else can handle, and that's why they've made a name for themselves. They're strong, and even mob syndicates where the police are willing to hire them. They're willing to do anything, and they'll get it done. But after they literally destroy a local pimp, they add a prostitute in their ranks, just so they can protect her from the people who want her dead. But because of their actions, the balance of power in the underground world might start to crumble. Guys, if you're into drama and gangs, this is what you should be checking out. 5. Afro Samurai. Revenge is such a fickle feeling that can control your life completely, setting you on a journey there's no coming back from. It's true, revenge can consume a person, maddening them, making their life's meaningless existence only there to instill fear and pain. Afro Samurai is no stranger when it comes to revenge. He's been living his whole life for one reason after all. The death of his father took a toll on him as a child. He grew up more powerful and skilled, reaching all the way through the ranks of swordsmen until claiming for himself the number 2 bandana. Close to his revenge from the person that killed his father, he could taste it. One thing he didn't account for, which is the big-ass bullseye mark the number 2 bandana placed on him. After all, only number 2 can challenge number 1, but everyone else can challenge the number 2, and we all know where this is headed by now. 4. Rakudai Kishi no Cavalry. Ikki Kurogane is the most hated character in the series. No one knows why though. All we got to know about him was that he's called the worst one. Being the weakest mage knight changes after beating the A- rank knight Stella Vermilion. However, the chain of hate doesn't end there and he remains hunted, hated, and taunted by others. 3. Akame ga Kill. Akame ga Kill is an anime that divides the community. Some people love it, while others hate it. The popular fantasy action anime aired in 2014, and it features excellent fights with powerful supernatural weapons. The anime has a political undertone to it, as the Night Raid assassination group seeks to overthrow the prime minister who has subjugated the kingdom. The naive young boy, Tatsumi, joins Night Raid in their noble quest. However, is he prepared for what's to come? A battle against an empire will never be easy, and the Night Raid will face so much challenges in this tragic story that is sure to stir up your emotions. 2. Drifters. The Shimazu clan warriors are known for being stubborn bastards that just don't know how to die. Even if you impale them with tens of spears, their fighting spirit carries on through the pain with blood and sweat and shatters everyone that dare stand in its way. This Shimazu is no exception to the rule. Toyohisa is a proud samurai warrior that honors his clan even in death. He's relentless and doesn't stop fighting ever. And why would he really, when it's the only thing he knows how to do? He listens to no one and answers to no authority. In short, a total badass. 1. Samurai Champloo. Through a chain of unfortunate events, Mugen, the MC of this series, with his not-so-friendly ally Jin, end up exonerated as samurais after accidentally killing the magistrate's son. Freed by Fu, the three of them embark on a journey to find a third samurai that for some reason smells of sunflowers. Being a Champloo means using unorthodox martial art styles, and that is exactly what Mugen does. There's a lot of mystery concerning his past, but one thing for sure is his proficiency with a blade. Even though his fighting style is weird to say the least, he makes the best out of it. And with this, we conclude our video. If you enjoyed this list, I want you to smash that thumbs up button, and if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe and press that bell icon to keep you notified of all our new videos. Also, I'd appreciate if you go ahead and check out my rap channel. The link will be down below in the description. Also, comment down below on the anime you like the most on this list, and if you're planning to watch any of them. And if you have any suggestions, place them in the comments as well. Until next time, see ya!
If you got a problem to speak out, I'm a cowboy and let's bebop. Put Steins Gate at the treetop. Berserk what I'm keeping on rewatch. Hunter, I freak out. When I'm in my room, you should keep out. I'm a ghost in the shell, put you through hell like gun grave. That's a story to tell if you